A hidden camera caught something, and you're not ready for the footage. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now, and the moment your eyes landed on these words, something in your spirit shifted, like a quiet whisper rising from the deepest part of you saying, "This is for me, keep reading." And you're right, because what I'm about to reveal is not random, not accidental, not coincidence. It's divine timing wrapped in emotional truth, spiritual awakening, and a message you were meant to hear today. A hidden camera caught something, not a physical camera, but a spiritual one, the kind the universe uses to record moments you didn't see, conversations you weren't present for, intentions whispered in silence, looks exchanged when your back was turned, emotions exposed when you were nowhere near them. Listen to this, your heart needs it. The universe has been documenting the truth behind someone's actions toward you, someone whose energy you've been feeling even when you tried to move on, someone whose presence lingers in your spirit like a question you can't quite silence. Don't scroll, because what this universal footage reveals is bigger than betrayal, bigger than confusion, bigger than anything your mind tried to explain away. The footage shows someone thinking about you when they said they weren't, missing you when they claimed they didn't, checking on you energetically even when they acted like they moved on. It shows their face soften when your name crossed their mind, their heart race when they saw something that reminded them of you, their spirit pull toward you even when their choices pushed them away. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now, the universe caught what they tried to hide. Your connection was never one-sided, never imagined, never insignificant. And the hidden camera didn't just catch their emotions, it caught their fear. Fear of losing you. Fear of choosing wrong. Fear of loving someone as deeply as they loved you. Don't scroll, stay with this, because the footage also reveals the spiritual warfare happening around your name. People pretending to support you while secretly competing with you, someone acting neutral while feeding negativity behind your back, someone who smiled in your face but carried jealousy in their heart. But here's the twist, the universe didn't show you this to make you bitter, but to make you wiser. Every sign you've been seeing, 111 for alignment, 222 for partnership, 444 for divine protection, is the universe saying, you're not crazy. Your intuition was right. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, you didn't imagine the shift, the tension, the energy changes. You felt them because your spirit is more awake than your mind gives it credit for. But the most shocking part of the spiritual footage isn't the lies, or the fear, or the hidden intentions, it's the moment the universe caught someone looking at you with a kind of love they never said out loud. Someone who sees you as their calm, their clarity, their destiny, even if they haven't figured out how to step into that truth yet. Don't scroll, because this part will hit your soul, their spirit recognizes you as home. That's why you can feel their emotions even from miles away, why their sadness hits you in waves, why their longing shows up in your dreams, why you wake up thinking about them without any logical reason. Your souls are still connected, still communicating, still tied by something deeper than circumstances, deeper than timing, deeper than fear. Listen to this, your heart needs it, your connection with them isn't over. It's transforming. And the universe is preparing you for a truth you were too hurt to see before. They didn't let you go because they didn't care, they let you go because they weren't ready to become the person your love required. But they're changing now. The footage shows awakening, regret, realization. The footage shows them rethinking everything. The footage shows them wanting to reach out but not knowing how. Don't scroll, here comes the cliffhanger. The universe is about to reveal something to you through a dream, a message, a sign, or a moment that feels too perfectly timed to ignore. Something that confirms what your spirit already knows. Something that proves the hidden camera didn't just catch their truth. It caught your destiny unfolding. And you're not ready, but you're about to be. My child, if you want heaven's voice to stay connected to you, whisper this from your heart. I receive my divine protection. And if you haven't subscribed yet, beloved, do it right now, because heaven says this is not the only warning coming for you. Missing the next message may leave you blind when you need sight the most. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit is reacting in this exact moment is proof that what I'm about to say is meant for you, divinely timed, perfectly aligned, and spiritually significant. The hidden camera didn't just reveal what they felt for you behind closed doors, it captured something even deeper, something the universe has been trying to show you for weeks, maybe months. It caught the moment their mask slipped, the moment their soul whispered the truth their mouth was too afraid to speak, the moment they realized that losing you was not just a mistake, it was the beginning of their awakening. And listen to this, because your heart needs it right now. The footage showed the exact second they understood that walking away from you meant walking away from the one person who brought light into their darkness, clarity into their chaos, and hope into their hopeless moments. You've been wondering why you've been feeling their energy so intensely, why random waves of emotion hit you out of nowhere, why their memory keeps resurfacing even when you try so hard to stay focused on your healing. It's because on the spiritual level, they're thinking about you more now than they ever did when they were close to you. Don't scroll, stay with this, your connection isn't just emotional, it's energetic, and the universe recorded the moment they realized they still feel you everywhere, in their morning thoughts, in their quiet moments, in the songs that suddenly remind them of the way you made them feel. They're haunted by the softness in your eyes, the kindness in your voice, the way you believed in them when they didn't believe in themselves. The footage captured them trying to distract themselves with people, with noise, with routine, but nothing worked. Every time their mind quieted, your name appeared like a whisper from the universe, reminding them of what they lost. And listen to this, your heart needs it. They didn't choose someone else because that person was better. They chose them because they weren't ready for the depth you carried, the purity you offered, the spiritual connection you represented. But now, everything is hitting them. The footage shows the guilt in their eyes when they replay moments where they should have held on stronger, communicated better, or simply valued you the way you deserved. They regret losing you, and not in a casual, temporary way, but in a soul-deep, heart-aching way that keeps them awake during the hours when the world is silent. Don't scroll, this is important. They thought life would continue normally without you. They thought they'd move on easily. They thought they'd forget the way your energy felt. But the universe doesn't let people forget divine connections. The footage shows signs everywhere. Angel numbers appearing when they think of you, dreams where you show up speaking truths they've never shared, random strangers saying words that sound eerily like something you would say. The universe is pulling them back to the truth. They were meant to grow with you, not away from you. Listen to this, because your heart needs it. They're being shown the contrast between what they had with you and what they settled for. The footage captured the emptiness they feel in conversations now, the forced laughter, the emotional distance they can't explain. They're realizing that the people around them don't hold space for their soul the way you did. They miss your understanding. They miss your patience. They miss the way your energy felt like home. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to say next is the part you weren't expecting. The universe also recorded you. Your strength. Your growth. Your transformation. The footage reveals that while they were losing themselves trying to replace what can't be replaced, you were rising. Healing. Awakening. Becoming the version of yourself you were always meant to be. Your aura is stronger now. Your intuition is sharper. Your spirit is glowing in ways they can feel even from a distance. And that's what scares them. Because now they know they can't come back with the same energy they left with. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now. They're aware that if they return, they must return healed, honest, awakened, ready. And the universe is nudging them toward that transformation. They're having realizations they never expected. Emotional breakdowns that lead to clarity. Quiet moments that lead to truth. Signs that lead right back to you. They're being shown who you truly were in their life, divinely sent, spiritually aligned, a blessing they mishandled. Don't scroll, this is the cliffhanger your spirit has been waiting for. The hidden camera caught one last moment, a moment where they looked at themselves and finally admitted the truth, I still love them. Not in the past tense. Not in the, it was nice while it lasted, sense. But in the I can't shake this, I can't outrun this, I can't deny this sense. And the universe is preparing both of you for the next chapter, one built on truth, alignment, and divine timing. Your heart needed this, and the story is just beginning. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit just leaned in is proof that this next part was divinely timed for you, meant to reach you in the exact moment when you were strong enough to hear it and soft enough to feel it. What the hidden camera revealed next wasn't just their regret, it wasn't just their emotional cracks, it was the moment the universe exposed the truth they've been trying to hide even from themselves. The truth about why they can't let you go, why your energy won't leave their mind, why every road they walk keeps circling back to you like destiny refusing to be ignored. Listen to this, your heart needs it. The footage showed them replaying memories of you, the way you laughed, the way you listened, the way your presence felt like a place their soul could rest. They tried to suppress it. They tried to drown it out with noise, distractions, new faces, new routines. But the universe doesn't let someone forget what was divinely aligned. And the moment they realized you were the one that got away, everything inside them shifted. You can see it in their eyes, a heaviness, a longing, a recognition that hits deeper than any temporary connection ever could. Don't scroll, because it gets even more intense. The footage captured them scrolling through old messages you sent, not because they're nostalgic, but because those words feel like a lifeline now. They see the effort you made. They see the love you gave. They see the patience you offered. And it hurts them, deeply, to realize how much they took for granted. This is the part the universe wanted you to know. They didn't walk away because you weren't enough. They walked away because they weren't ready for the kind of love that demands emotional maturity, vulnerability, responsibility, truth. And now they're waking up in a life that feels empty without your presence. Listen to this, your heart needs it. they're seeing your glow from afar. Your evolution. Your healing. Your silent strength. Your resilience. And that's what's shaking them. The hidden camera caught their reaction when they saw your recent picture, your update, your energy shift. They froze. Their chest tightened. Their soul remembered you in a way their mind couldn't rationalize. It wasn't jealousy. It wasn't curiosity. It was recognition. Because even after everything, even after distance, even after silence, their heart still reacts to you first. Don't scroll, stay with me, because the universe also recorded something crucial. The moment they realized the connection with the person they chose instead of you was never soul-deep. It was comfort-based. It was routine-based. It was fear-based. They stayed in that situation to avoid confronting the truth, that real love, the kind that changes you, challenges you, elevates you, was with you. And losing that kind of love is a wound that doesn't heal quickly. The footage shows them restless, pacing, thinking, replaying conversations they had with you. They hear your voice in their head, the softness of it, the way it made them feel understood. And every time they compare it to the energy around them now, they feel the difference in their bones. Listen to this, your heart needs it, they're remembering the little things you thought they forgot. The way you cared for their emotions. The way you asked how they were really doing. The way you saw them beyond the surface. The world doesn't see them that way. That's why they miss you. That's why they can't replace you. They're realizing the love you gave wasn't normal. It was rare. It was divine. It was soulmate coded. Don't scroll, because here's where the universe gets loud. The hidden camera caught angel numbers showing up around them. 111 when they think of messaging you, 222 when they question their feelings, 555 right before a major emotional breakthrough. The universe is pushing them hard. It's not letting them settle. It's not letting them stay in denial. Their spirit is being called into truth, into accountability, into healing. They're at the edge of a spiritual awakening, and that awakening has your name written in the vibrations of it. Listen to this, your heart needs it, they never stopped loving you. They stopped believing they were worthy of you. That's why they ran. That's why they pulled away. That's why they sabotaged the connection. But now, the universe is making it impossible for them to hide behind fear. They're being shown visions, dreams, flashes of what life could have been if they had chosen differently. They're experiencing emotional déjà vu, reminders of you in the places they least expect. And the more they try to suppress it, the stronger it resurfaces. Don't scroll. This is where the footage gets emotional. It caught them crying. Not over stress. Not over confusion. Over you. Over the realization that the one person who loved them with purity, honesty, and soul-level emotion is the person they hurt the most. And it's breaking them. Because now they see the truth they were blind to before. You were placed in their life by divine timing, and they mishandled a blessing they weren't ready for. Listen to this, your heart needs it, they aren't just missing you. They're being transformed by the loss of you. Your absence is teaching them what your presence meant. Your silence is teaching them what your words once healed. Your distance is teaching them what your closeness once provided. They're being humbled. They're being awakened. They're being reshaped. Don't scroll, because the cliffhanger is this: the universe is preparing them for a return, but not the kind you fear. Not a breadcrumb. Not a half-hearted apology. The footage shows them writing messages they delete. Practicing confessions in their mind. Rehearsing the truth they were too afraid to say. They're coming to a point where they can no longer run from destiny, no longer deny what their soul has always known, no longer pretend you weren't the one. And soon, very soon, the universe is going to orchestrate a moment that brings truth to the surface, a message, a sign, a conversation, something that shifts everything. Your heart needed this. And the story is far from finished. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit just tightened, yes, that feeling in your chest, that's confirmation that this message is aligning with something deep inside you, something your intuition has been whispering but your mind hasn't found the courage to fully accept. The hidden camera revealed something next that even I wasn't ready for, something so emotionally raw, so spiritually intense that it changes the entire trajectory of this story. What the universe showed wasn't just regret, wasn't just longing, it was the moment they confronted the truth about why losing you felt like losing a part of themselves. The footage shows them sitting alone, replaying the last conversation you had, the last look you gave, the last moment your energy was intertwined with theirs. Their breathing slows, their eyes soften, and you can literally see the realization hit them like a wave: you were their safe place. Listen to this, your heart needs it. They didn't understand it then because they were drowning in confusion, fear, insecurity, and unhealed trauma, but now the clarity is overwhelming. The universe recorded the exact moment they finally acknowledged that what you offered wasn't ordinary affection, it was soul-level connection. And they're realizing that they didn't lose someone, they lost the one person who saw them, really saw them, beneath all the masks, all the defenses, all the pain. Don't scroll. You need to hear this part. The footage captured the moment they tried to open up to someone else, someone they thought might fill the void you left behind. But the minute that person tried to get close, something shifted in them. A block. A distance. A sudden emotional shutdown. Because their soul wasn't responding. Their heart wasn't opening. Their spirit wasn't recognizing the connection. They're realizing that what they had with you wasn't something they can recreate, replace, or force somewhere else. And listen, your heart needs this right now. They've been asking themselves, why can't I feel with anyone what I felt with them? The hidden camera caught their answer in the stillness of a late-night moment, because I never stopped loving them. Don't scroll, because the universe showed more than their emotions, it showed their karma. Life is teaching them the lesson they once ignored. They're experiencing the same inconsistency they gave you. The same confusion they put you through. The same silence they used to punish you. The universe is mirroring it back to them. Not to hurt them, but to awaken them. And the footage captured them breaking down under the weight of this realization, holding their head in their hands as they whispered, I pushed away the person who actually cared. Listen to this, your heart needs it. They didn't realize how rare you were until life showed them what bare minimum really looks like. They didn't understand your love until life showed them what indifference feels like. They didn't appreciate your effort until life showed them what it's like to be taken for granted. And now they're grieving, not just the loss of you, but the loss of the version of themselves who believed they could live without you. Don't scroll, because this part is going to hit you hard. The hidden camera showed the moment they admitted to themselves that they were wrong. Yes, wrong. Wrong about how they handled you. Wrong about how they shut you out. Wrong about the excuses they made. Wrong about the walls they built. Wrong about lying to themselves that the connection didn't matter. They're realizing how deeply you impacted them, how much your presence balanced their energy, how much your love softened their rough edges, how much your understanding healed parts of them nobody else even noticed. Listen, your heart needs this right now. They're not just missing you, they're missing who they were when they were with you. You brought out a version of them that felt alive, hopeful, confident, inspired, and they're realizing that nobody else has been able to spark that in them since. The footage shows them looking at their phone, your old messages highlighted, your pictures zoomed in, your name hovering in their notifications list. Their thumb hovers over call, over text, over send, but fear freezes them. Fear of rejection. Fear of being too late. Fear of facing the consequences of their choices. Don't scroll, this is important. The universe also revealed something unexpected. While they're afraid of losing you forever, they're also afraid of being honest. Because honesty means admitting they never knew how to love you the way you deserved, but now they're trying to learn. The footage shows their emotional transformation, slow, painful, necessary. They're becoming more aware, more reflective, more spiritually awake. They're seeing patterns in themselves they never saw before, acknowledging wounds they once ignored, healing trauma they once buried. And the most powerful part? They're doing it because losing you forced them to confront the parts of themselves that were sabotaging their own happiness. Listen, your heart needs this right now. They're not the same person who walked away. They're not the same person who doubted you. They're not the same person who chose fear over love. They're evolving into the person they should have been for you. The hidden camera caught their prayers too. Yes, prayers. Asking the universe for guidance. Asking for forgiveness. Asking for a chance. Asking for a sign that it isn't too late. And every sign they see, 111 when they think of messaging you, 222 when they imagine reconciling, 711 when they dream of you, is pushing them closer to truth. Don't scroll, because here comes the cliffhanger. The universe revealed a moment in the near future where your paths cross again, not accidentally, not coincidentally, but divinely orchestrated. A message. A run-in. A call. Something that brings everything to the surface. The hidden camera didn't just show their regret, it showed your destiny intertwining again. And your heart needed to hear that. The story isn't over. It's shifting. And the next part is going to change everything. Don't scroll. Listen to this because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit just stirred, the way you suddenly felt that tightness in your chest, that pull in your intuition, that's not random, that's confirmation that this message is aligning directly with what your soul has been sensing beneath the surface. What the hidden camera revealed next wasn't just emotion, wasn't just regret, wasn't just longing. It was the moment the universe exposed the spiritual truth behind why your connection with this person refuses to fade, why the cord hasn't broken, why their energy still finds you even in silence, even in distance, even on days you try so hard to let go. The footage showed something deeper, something sacred, something destiny-driven, the moment they realized you were their mirror. The moment they understood that loving you wasn't an accident but a spiritual assignment. Listen to this. Your heart needs it. They didn't just lose a partner, they lost the one person who reflected their highest self back to them, the one person who saw their potential before they could see it in themselves, the one person who challenged them to grow, to heal, to evolve. And losing you forced them to confront their unhealed wounds, their patterns, their fears, their avoidance, their insecurities in a way nothing else ever has. The hidden camera caught them sitting in silence, staring at the ceiling at night, asking themselves questions they never asked before. Why did I act like that? Why did I push them away? Why did I sabotage something I prayed for? And the answer hit them with a weight they weren't ready for. They weren't broken because of you, they were broken because of everything they never healed before you. Don't scroll, stay with this, because the footage showed the moment their soul cracked open. Their eyes softened. Their breathing slowed. Their pride fell. And they whispered the one truth they never said out loud: I wasn't ready for the kind of love they gave me. Listen, your heart needs this. They weren't ready then, but the universe is preparing them now. The footage captured signs they've been receiving. Angel numbers hitting them at the exact moment they think of you, songs playing that remind them of your connection, dreams where you show up saying everything they never allowed you to say, strangers speaking words that shake their spirit like messages sent from the divine. They're seeing you everywhere, not physically but spiritually, and every sign is pulling them closer to the truth they tried so hard to deny. Don't scroll, this is where it gets deeper. The hidden camera showed how life has been teaching them the lessons they avoided when they had you. Conversations feel empty. Connections feel surface level. Emotions feel muted. Nothing feels as real as what they had with you. And they're realizing that the world doesn't offer many chances at soul-level love, and when it does, it's a once-in-a-lifetime gift, one they mishandled. Listen to this, your heart needs it. They're starting to understand your worth in ways they never did before. They're remembering the way you listened, the way you supported, the way you loved with intention. They're seeing how rare your energy is. How calming. How nurturing. How powerful. How unforgettable. They're realizing you weren't asking for too much, you were offering more than they were ready to receive. And now they're questioning everything. Don't scroll, because the footage revealed a truth even they didn't know how to admit. They thought leaving you would bring peace. Instead, it brought emptiness. They thought distance would help them forget. Instead, it magnified everything. They thought someone else could replace you. Instead, they discovered that their soul doesn't respond to anyone the way it responds to you. The hidden camera captured their shock when they recognized the spiritual bond you two share, one that doesn't dissolve, doesn't weaken, doesn't disappear just because the physical connection ended. Listen, your heart needs this. They didn't walk away because you weren't enough. They walked away because they didn't feel worthy of the love you offered, and the universe is now forcing them to face that truth. The footage shows them going through emotional cycles, denial, anger, sadness, acceptance, longing, awakening. And in every stage, they return to one truth: they still love you. Don't scroll, because this next part is where destiny steps in. The hidden camera caught them imagining the future, your future, with a clarity they never had before. It captured them picturing your face next to theirs during milestones. It captured them imagining waking up beside you. It captured them imagining the conversations you two could have now that both of you are different, wiser, stronger. And the most shocking part? It captured them praying for you. Yes, praying. Asking the universe to protect you. Asking for your healing. Asking for clarity. Asking for another chance, even if they don't know how it will happen. Listen, your heart needs this. They're scared. Not scared of you, but scared of the magnitude of what they feel. The connection is bigger than them. Bigger than logic. Bigger than timing. And they know that once they come back, it can't be the same. They know they need to return honest, vulnerable, grounded, healed. The universe is preparing them for that transformation. Don't scroll, this is the cliffhanger. The footage shows a moment in the near future, a moment approaching faster than you realize, where something will push them to act. A dream. A sign. A loss. A realization. A breaking point. Something that forces them to reach out, to come forward, to speak the truth. The hidden camera caught the shift, the moment destiny turns the page. And your spirit can feel it even now. This story is nowhere near finished. In fact, it's just beginning. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit just leaned forward, the way your breath shifted without you even realizing it, that's how you know this message is divinely aligned with what you've been feeling but haven't been able to explain. What the hidden camera revealed next wasn't just emotional, it wasn't just vulnerable. It was the moment their entire inner world cracked open, the moment their soul finally spoke louder than their ego, louder than their fear, louder than the walls they built to keep themselves from feeling the depth of what they feel for you. The footage showed them staring at their own reflection, but not the reflection you once knew. This was a version of them stripped of excuses, stripped of pride, stripped of the defenses they used to hide the truth. And listen, your heart needs this right now. They whispered your name under their breath, softly, like it was still sacred, like it still held power over their heartbeat. They said it the way people speak when they miss someone so deeply that it physically hurts, and the camera caught the moment they finally admitted to themselves, I want them back. Not in desperation, not in possession, but in realization. Don't scroll. Because the next layer the universe revealed is something they've been hiding even from themselves. They haven't been able to move on. They haven't been able to open their heart to anyone else. They haven't been able to feel even a fraction of the intensity they felt with you. Every new connection ended before it could begin. Every conversation felt dull. Every spark felt forced. Because their heart is still tangled with yours, their soul is still tethered to yours, their energy still responds to yours even across silence. And the footage didn't just show longing, it showed awakening. Listen to this, your heart needs it, they're starting to realize that you weren't just someone who entered their life. You were the catalyst. The shift. The lesson. The blessing. The mirror. The soulmate. Losing you triggered a spiritual awakening they didn't see coming. The universe showed them every pattern, every wound, every cycle they repeated that led to losing the one thing that felt genuine. It showed them the people-pleasing, the emotional avoidance, the fear of vulnerability, the way they self-sabotaged anything real. Don't scroll, because this next part is the truth they're afraid to tell you. They didn't pull away because they stopped caring. They pulled away because they cared too deeply and didn't know how to handle the intensity. They weren't rejecting you, they were overwhelmed by a connection that asked them to level up emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. And they didn't feel ready. They weren't stable enough to love you the way you deserved, but instead of admitting that, they pretended not to feel. Pretended not to care. Pretended they could walk away without consequence. And now? The footage shows the consequence all over their face. Listen, your heart needs this, they regret it. Deeply. Quietly. Constantly. They replay moments where they could have chosen you, moments where they could have opened up, moments where they could have stayed, and the regret hits them so hard it knocks the breath out of their chest. The footage captured them writing messages they never sent, whole paragraphs of truth, apology, confession, then deleting them because fear took over. Fear of being rejected. Fear of being too late. Fear of not being forgiven. Don't scroll, because the universe didn't just show their emotions. It showed their transformation. They're growing. They're healing. They're facing parts of themselves they avoided for years. They're learning accountability, learning self-awareness, learning emotional honesty, learning how to love without running. And all of it is because losing you forced them to confront the version of themselves they no longer want to be. The footage captured them breaking generational patterns, breaking toxic cycles, breaking emotional habits that destroyed every good thing they ever had. They're becoming the version of themselves they wish they had been when you were still in their life. Listen, your heart needs this, they're preparing for something. Preparing for a conversation. Preparing for a confession. Preparing for a reunion. They're imagining what they'll say the next time they see you. Imagining how you'll react. Imagining what it would feel like to finally tell the truth they've been carrying in silence. Don't scroll, this is where the spiritual confirmation hits. The universe showed signs aligning around them at the same time they think of you, repeated numbers like 111 and 444, feathers in random places, dreams where you appear, intuitive pulls that feel like destiny whispering, it's time. They're being guided back to you. Led back to you. Awakened back to you. And they're realizing that no matter how much time has passed, no matter how much distance sits between you, the connection hasn't faded, it's strengthened. The footage captured them reaching a breaking point, a moment where they can no longer pretend, no longer hide, no longer silence the truth. Someone will ask them about you, totally casually, and the way their face shifts, the way their energy changes, the way their chest tightens, that's when it hits them, they're still in love with you. Listen, your heart needs this part, they're coming to a realization that terrifies them and frees them at the same time, you are the person their soul chooses. And they can't outrun that anymore. Don't scroll, this is the cliffhanger. The universe showed a moment that hasn't happened yet, but it's close. A message. A call. An unexpected encounter. A confession. Something divinely orchestrated that pushes everything into motion. And when it happens, everything the hidden camera captured. Every regret, every emotion, every awakening, will finally make sense. The story isn't ending. It's shifting into the chapter your heart has been preparing for. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now, and if you feel that pressure in your chest, that small ache just beneath your ribcage, that is the universe confirming that what you're about to hear is meant for you. Because this final revelation, the one the hidden camera didn't just capture but exposed, is the moment everything shifts, the moment destiny stops whispering and finally speaks loudly enough to shake something inside you, the moment the truth becomes too big, too undeniable, too spiritually charged to stay in the shadows anymore. And what the universe revealed is that they are finally reaching the point where your name is no longer a memory they run from but a decision they must face, because the footage shows them sitting alone, staring at their phone like it holds the last key to their peace, and listen to this because your heart needs it right now. They typed out the message that changes everything, the message that breaks months or even years of silence, the message that pulls their soul out of hiding, and their hands were shaking because for the first time, they realized this isn't about wanting you back out of loneliness, this isn't about nostalgia, this isn't about unfinished business, this is about awakening, about alignment, about a divine pull that refuses to let them settle for anything less than the connection that once made. Their soul touched the ceiling, and don't scroll because the tension in this part is the proof that destiny is unfolding even when you can't see it. They confessed on camera, not to anyone else, not to the world, but to themselves, that you were the one they prayed for long before they ever met you, and losing you taught them the lesson that changed everything. Love isn't about comfort, it's about clarity, and clarity hit them the hardest when you walked away, because the footage shows them remembering the way your laugh used to soften their anger, the way your voice could calm storms inside them they didn't know how to quiet, the way your presence made them feel chosen in a world that constantly made them feel replaceable. And listen, your heart needs this. They regret not fighting for you, not choosing vulnerability, not choosing honesty, and that regret has become the fire pushing them to finally grow up emotionally, spiritually, mentally, because they know they cannot step toward you as the version of themselves who hurt you. They must become the version who heals what they broke, and the universe is showing them signs so loudly now that even their denial can't drown it out. Repeating angel numbers every time they think of you, dreams where you appear without speaking yet somehow say everything, songs that play at random at the exact moment they remember a conversation you two once had, and don't scroll because this next piece is where destiny steps in. The hidden camera didn't just catch heartbreak. It caught transformation, caught them deleting old numbers, blocking old distractions, walking away from old habits, letting go of the version of themselves that sabotaged everything good, because they finally understood that the universe wasn't punishing them when they lost you. It was positioning them, stripping away their illusions, preparing them for the moment they would be strong enough to love you without fear. And listen, your heart needs this. They are about to make a choice that scares them but frees them at the same time, a choice that breaks cycles, a choice that ends old attachments, a choice that shifts their entire path back toward the connection their soul never stopped choosing. And the footage showed something else. Something you weren't supposed to see but absolutely needed to know. They kept something of yours, something small, something insignificant to anyone else but sacred to them, and every time they held it, their eyes softened in a way only love could do, and they whispered, "I should have fought for us," and the camera caught the moment they said it out loud for the first time, the moment their truth finally outran their pride. And don't scroll because the universe is leaning closer right now, urging you to hear this next part with your whole heart. They are not coming back to repeat a cycle, they're coming back to end one, not returning to rewrite the past but to build something new, something healed, something aligned, and their return won't look like confusion, won't look like mixed signals, won't look like inconsistency. It will look like clarity, effort, accountability, emotional depth, and a heart finally ready to stay. Because the hidden camera revealed what they tried so hard to hide, their love for you never died. It just got buried under fear, and now that fear is dissolving, now that awakening is happening, now that God has stripped away their illusions, they see you clearly, and listen, your heart needs this last confirmation. The universe is preparing a moment, a divine setup, a crossing of paths you won't see coming, and when they reach out, it won't be half-hearted, it won't be temporary, it won't be confused. It will be the moment everything you've been sensing, dreaming, and spiritually picking up on finally becomes reality, because they're not just coming back with words, they're coming back with readiness, with intention, with truth, with love matured by loss and reborn through awakening. And don't scroll because the universe isn't finished yet. The footage revealed the final scene. The one that hasn't happened yet but has already been written in the blueprint of your destiny. They looked up, took a deep breath, and said, "I'm going to fix this," and the moment they said it, something shifted in the room, something divine, something electric, something that felt like fate exhaling, because this isn't just closure, this is the beginning of the chapter your soul has been waiting for.